السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.
North Pride is on the move. Raptors hover over a withered carcass. But there is scent of fresher meat in the wind. Pickings have been slim for Nabamba's Pride since her fight with a startled warthog. The lioness is limping from the encounter. And even the Pride's big male, Jabu, wonders when his next meal will come. There's been no kill for 3 days, and Nabamba's cubs are hungry. Survival is tough across this tawny continent. And for the lions of Pinda Reserve, etched into the heart of Zululand, only those with speed and cunning will eat. For this pride anyway, it's been a long time between meals. Jabu had waited too long for his lioness to feed him. Overnight, his stealth carried him into the path of a careless zebra. The rest of the herd is still skittish. One animal had already lost his tail to a hungry pride, but for the dazed stallion, it was all over in seconds. The big male watches his kill from a distance, exhausted by the chase, exhilarated by the sport. Jabu will feast later. Tired from the hunt, he needs to rest. But his prey will be safe. Few scavengers will risk the sudden return of the Lion King. Zulu trackers follow the spoor of Nabamba's Pride across Nziki Marsh. This vast tract of savanna is favoured by the lions in the dry air of winter, but it's a region also shared by Pinda's giraffe and white rhino population. modern times, most of southern Africa's wildlife has been ravaged by hunting and habitat loss. Farmland, overgrazed and buffeted by domestic stock, has ripped the heart out of the original bush. The open, broad-leaved woodland, acacia bushveld, and wetland habitat had all but disappeared, taking with it the wildlife. A few years ago, the Phinda project was born. 17,000 hectares of farmland bought up in KwaZulu-Natal along South Africa's eastern seaboard. What followed was the largest game restocking program ever seen on the subcontinent.
The land was overgrazed to a certain extent and it wasn't in very good shape. They put all these farms together, put a perimeter fence around it, and then brought in a lot of game. And we brought in elephant, we brought in rhino. We started off with those sort of animals and then started with cheetah, bringing in cheetah onto the reserve, mainly to get them used to the area before the lions came on, because the lion is a more superior predator as such and would dominate the cheetahs. We wanted to get them settled first before the lions came in.
Andrew Lewis is habitat manager at Phinda, one of those committed to the restoration of southern Africa's ecosystem. Phinda is the Zulu word for return, and the aim of his company, Conservation Corporation Africa, is to return the land to its traditional wildlife and at the same time restore the habitat to its original state. Phinda is cautiously open to top-level tourism, limited and luxurious. Dreams of extending the green frontier require funds, and the reserve's lion pride has already earned its keep.
The lions on this property are actually generating revenue for the property through ecotourism, and that they are a benefit to the wildlife because of the draw card. There's a few animals, lions, elephants, for example, and rhinos, and possibly giraffes, but those are your main ones that people come to see. And we've been very fortunate to be able to have lions on the property, and I think those lions that we have given us amazing value for our guests, and by getting our guests in here, we're getting revenue into the area, and that's benefiting wildlife as a whole.
Jabu has returned to his kill. He licks the bloated carcass, but still there is no feeding. Lions will gloat over their prey, delaying the first bite until the meat ripens. For Jabu, the prospect of the meal is to be relished as much as the eventual feast. Meanwhile, Nabambo's pride is on the prowl. The older cubs are 10 months now, weaned, but still dependent upon Nabambo for food. The cubs are learning to stalk, but they won't kill for another 6 months. Young male lions are usually ejected from the pride when they are about 2 years old. Fending for themselves, they form hunting groups with other isolated males. Nabambo's cubs aren't sure what to do with prey so close, but the lioness isn't far behind. Their time for hunting will come. Nabambo's 4-year-old daughter also lives with